What's good, YouTube? SlimTV here, back for another Riding with Slim. It's the beginning of the week, man. It's a Monday. So when this drops, it'll probably be Tuesday. Latest Wednesday, but it's probably going to drop on Tuesday. So hope you guys had a good start to your week so far. Today I want to talk about self-sabotage. Now, what is self-sabotage? I mean, it's in the name, you know. It's when you stop yourself, or it's when you set yourself up. It's when you set yourself up for failure. And you do it on consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously, but you do it on purpose almost. It's either a habit that you have that's stopping you from doing what you know you need to do, or you're literally just doing it on purpose out of fear. Now, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that cause self-sabotage is fear. But I've talked about fear enough on this channel. You can go back and look at some old videos. Other things that cause self-sabotage is doubt, laziness, and just no discipline. Procrastination, no discipline at all. So, I mean, the first one to start with is doubt. When you have doubt, usually the thoughts that you have, whether you realize it or not, is beating yourself down. You're basically telling yourself that you can't do what you set out to do. Here's the thing. Anytime you're not doing what you authentically want to do, you're doubting yourself. Because you know what you want to do. A lot of people like to act like they don't know what's going on, or they want to act confused because it's easy. But in the grand scheme of things, you know what you want. You know what you like. That's why I made that video about your purpose, because it's right in front of you. The things that you do, like you show yourself every day who you are as a person. You just have to look at it and really analyze it. Like, even like, you can't really hide who you are, in my opinion. You really can't, because either your thoughts will show it, your actions will show it. Either way, it's gonna leak out, because who you are. Let's just use an example real quick. Like your soul. Your soul is like a fountain, right? And if your soul is a fountain and your soul is spewing up water constantly, you're overflowing. Your soul is your authentic self. So if you're overflowing with your authentic self, this weak shell that you put up to hide yourself, it can't contain all that. There has to be something coming out that is truly authentically you. You cannot be 100% fake. That's just my take on it. But to continue, yeah, so when you have that doubt, these are thoughts that come up while you're trying to do something productive, or while you're trying to move on with your day. And it's just like, you just think like, dang, I can't do that. Dang, why would you do this? You know you're not good enough to do that. Like, stuff like that. And I'm gonna be real, I even have thoughts like that sometimes, guys. True, real talk. Sometimes I address those thoughts, though. That's the thing. I actually address those thoughts. I don't just let those thoughts fly by. I check myself every time I have a thought like that. I'm like, why would you think that when you've done so much? When you're out here putting in this work, there's no reason for you to feel doubt. That is an illogical thought. And that's the thing, guys. Doubt is illogical. It doesn't make any sense to doubt yourself, especially when you live in this life. And you have to believe in, to survive in this life, you have to believe in yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You have to. But moving on from doubt, another way that people self-sabotage themselves is through laziness. Simply just being lazy. A lot of you guys are just too comfortable with where you're at in this life. You're too comfortable. You don't have any standards. You don't have any morals or integrity for yourself to push yourself to become a better person. You're just lazy. You're cool where you're at. You're not putting in the work where it needs to be put in at. You say you want one thing, but you do the exact opposite. You know, and it's really important to check that. You have to check that. And I'm gonna be doing a video on how to actually journal, because that is one thing that really helped me. You know, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it, so I'm gonna just leave it right there, because that's a whole different video in itself. But yeah, guys, like, you have to get rid of that lazy mindset. That lazy mindset that's holding you back and that's stopping you from doing what you need to do. All of you guys have an idea. You have an idea. I don't know if it's just because of how I started to change my mindset and how I live now, but I just don't believe that anybody is walking around on this earth with a full functioning brain without some type of idea or something to move forward in life. I just don't believe it. You know, I think everybody has the capacity to come up with an original thought to produce that thought and to become the person that you want to be. That's me though. I mean, I have an optimistic view on life. You know, and the last thing I want to say is just discipline. Now, discipline and laziness, you can say, well, Slim, that's the same thing. Not really, you know, because you can not be lazy and still not be disciplined. Like, for example, someone who goes to work every day, gets up on time, they're not lazy, they do what they're supposed to do, but they're not necessarily disciplined, because let's say that person, you know, even though they go to work and they're just being responsible, which is a natural thing or something that everybody should strive to do, that doesn't mean that they're doing all their responsibilities at home. If you're still living with your parents, are you taking out the trash, stuff like that? You're not disciplined. You're not disciplined. Or maybe even after work, you're going straight to the bar. You're going straight to the bar and getting drunk. There's no discipline. Or maybe, you know, you're other guys who, you know, they get on these dating apps and it's the first time that they've been with a woman like that, and then they end up getting that woman pregnant because they don't know what they're doing. They're not disciplined. Yeah, they might be responsible. They might be able to do certain things. They might be going to work on time, but they're not disciplined. They don't have a disciplined mindset. So not having a disciplined mindset will inevitably self-sabotage you, because you're going to end up doing something that you don't really want to do, or you're going to end up doing something that's going to end up hindering you. Anytime you're not doing something from a disciplined state or a mindset, you're hindering yourself, because you're reckless. You don't have any form. It's like having a boxing match, but instead of having your hands up, your hands are to your side. You're not disciplined. You have no structure. A structure and discipline will negate, like, I would say 80% of self-sabotage. But yeah, guys, just to reiterate, make sure that you're checking your mindset. Make sure that any limiting self-doubt, anytime you have a limiting belief in yourself or self-doubt, you need to check that. And again, I will be going more in depth in that in my How to Journal Properly video. Are you kidding me, man? There's always something going on this street. Make sure I can get over real quick. Yeah, man, there's always something going on these streets around here, man, where I live. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, check those self-doubt. Check that self-doubt. Check yourself. Really check your laziness. How lazy are you? Are you actually getting up and doing what you're supposed to be doing? And then having discipline. Not only doing what you're supposed to be doing, but doing it in a way that makes sense. Having the mindset to say, I'm gonna do it this way because I want to do it this way, and I know that if I do it in this particular way, it'll work for me. That's discipline. Being lazy is just simply getting up and doing something. Having discipline is getting up and doing something in a particular form or fashion. But, you know, that's it for this video, guys, man. I appreciate y'all, man. All you guys who tune in. More videos coming soon. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Love you guys. Peace. And if you need more Slim TV, subscribe to my Instagram for weekly shorts and more coming soon.